Alright, we have reached 100,000 subscribers, which is nothing short of genuinely insane. That is... Yeah, when I started this channel, that was like a dream. That was a shot in the dark that seemed almost impossible, and now that we've crossed it, I'm not entirely sure what to think. It's a genuine mix of confusion, joy, satisfaction, and I can only say thank you to everyone who has watched my content and also enjoyed my content. It's genuinely an incredible feeling, and thank you. Genuinely. I know I'm saying genuinely a lot, but I don't know how to express this otherwise, so I'm just gonna say thank you so much. I have a variety of questions here. Some of them are about me personally, and some of them are about my thoughts on Escape from Tarkov, and I'll try to mix them up just so it doesn't become too boring for people who want to know either about me or for people who care more about Escape from Tarkov. So, with all that out of the way, let's just jump right into it. What is the best rat weapon in the game? Right now, I'm gonna have to say either the MP153 or the MP9. The MP153 is fantastic because it just hits like a freight train. It's incredibly cheap, and Flechette is, well, it's been terrifying for a while, and it's still very terrifying. That being said, if you don't want to have to do Jaeger quests to unlock Flechette, then the MP9 is also a very solid option. It, again, dirt cheap. It does a lot of damage really freaking quickly, and you can either go the AP 6.3 route to just rip through any armor available, or you could go for leg meta and melt them in seconds. The MP9 is the way to go if you want a cheap rat blaster. It is so good. What is the story behind your channel's profile picture? I started this channel a long time ago with my good friend Harrison, and we had the idea that he was going to be the editor and I would be the guy who played games, and he would play games with me sometimes, but he would primarily be the editor. I'd be the personality or the talent. That didn't end up quite working out that way, but when we started the channel, we needed a logo, and he just very quickly sketched this up on his iPad, and we both have quite a serious interest in electronics and science and stuff like that, so this is what came up, and it has been my logo ever since. So yeah, thanks Harrison, appreciate it. Do I still enjoy Tarkov? This is another heavy question. Both yes and no. Do I enjoy playing Escape from Tarkov? Do I enjoy making content out of it? Do I enjoy doing stupid stuff that's entertaining? Yes, I love that. Do I enjoy the first few weeks of Wipe where I have to absolutely grind through quests that are annoying, have to spend hours and hours and hours just to get to a point that I can reasonably make content off of? No, I don't enjoy that. I don't enjoy the slog that is questing. I don't enjoy regular raiding in general when I'm like actually trying to get a quest done or I'm just trying to get something done. I do not have a good time. If I show up just to mess around, then I can absolutely enjoy Tarkov. But if I play it properly, it can be very rough sometimes. So I'm gonna say playing in Tarkov in a conventional way, I do not enjoy playing it. Playing Tarkov in general and doing stupid stuff in it, yeah, I still enjoy. I definitely enjoy making content off of it. Yeah. What are my favorite games and what are my favorite single player games? Let's see. Right now, my favorite multiplayer games are Titanfall 2, and right now I'm really enjoying Warhammer 40,000 Darktide. Now, Darktide I might enjoy a little bit more solely because I can play with my cousin, Kane. Kane is awesome. He's the guy that got me into, wow, thinking on it, he got me into video games and YouTube. Way back when, he showed me, back in 2010, he showed me Team Fortress 2. And he also showed me Red vs. Blue back when that was airing on YouTube for like the first time. That was, geez. Yeah, Kane, you're responsible for all of this, my man. But yeah, Darktide's one of my favorites right now. Now, as far as my favorite single-player games go, I'm going to say Fallout New Vegas, Cyberpunk 2077, and one I played recently is Return of the Obra Dinn, or Dean. If you haven't played it, I highly recommend it. It's by the same guy who did Papers, Please, and it is a hell of a game. Don't look up any playthroughs or walkthroughs, because it's one of those games that you can only experience once, and once you do, you can't really play it again, but it is a phenomenal game, and I highly recommend it. How many pets do I have? I have one pet. It is a dog. His name is Wiley, and he is an adorable floofball, but he's a stray, or he was a stray anyways, so that means he is terrified of everything. The first night we took him home, or we had him, he was terrified of the stairs. I don't know why. I really hope he wasn't like thrown down a flight of stairs. If that's the case, tell me who. Yeah, he was terrified of the stairs. We had to throw a blanket over him and carry him up the stairs. And he's not like a small dog either. He's a German Shepherd Husky, so that was an experience and a half. But yeah, he's adorable and I love him. Before Wiley, I had a dog named Pebbles. I had her, golly, I think it was 13 years, 12, 13 years. But we had her for a good long time, and she was a hell of a dog. And I miss her a lot. Is Escape from Tarkov worth buying? Oh boy. I'm gonna say no. Escape from Tarkov is one of those games that you really just want to play. It's not a game you're like, oh, I'll check it out, I'll pick it up, I'll play a little bit and see what I think. It's very much a game of, are you looking for a very hardcore, tough, punishing experience that gives you little spices of incredible amounts of adrenaline and immense feelings of satisfaction every once in a while? If that is what you want, then I highly recommend Tarkov. If you're a person who loves games like Rust, or just games that are grindy, you have to play a lot of, and it constantly feels like you're getting beat over the head with a stick, then yeah, I do recommend Escape from Tarkov. Or if you have like really experienced friends who can teach you everything and kind of carry you, then yeah, I can recommend Escape from Tarkov. Buy the $40 version, try it out, see if you like it, see if you hate it, go for it. If you just want another video game to play, don't get Tarkov, because you have to commit so much time to it. It blocks off your ability to play a lot of other video games solely because it is so much of a time sink in order to just stay on par with other people. It can be exhausting to play. It can be, there are times where I've like, damn, I really wish I could be playing this other game right now, but Tarkov just wiped, so I gotta get on that grind. So yeah, those are my thoughts. If you're used to extremely hard, grindy games and you only want to play one for a while, then yeah, go for Tarkov. If you just want to play another video game, no, don't get Tarkov. What is my favorite comfort food? I'm gonna go with pepperoni pizza. Mostly because my family had a tradition where every Saturday or Friday, depended on how the mood of the house really, if it was a really long day on Friday, would get a pizza. But really it was a nice little family tradition that marked the end of the week and was just a way to calm down and enjoy each other's company. So I'm gonna go with pepperoni pizza. What gun do I want BSG to add to Tarkov? I have thought so much about this. I have played Fallout New Vegas for a long time, and that is where my obsession with cowboy weapons and lever gats was founded. I really want a lever gat. I really want a lever action rifle. I think the best gun for that would be the Winchester, I think it's the 1895. It's the lever action rifle that was sold to Tsarist Russia during World War I. I think that makes the most sense since it does have a reason to be in Tarkov, and also it's chambered in 7.62 by 54R, so they don't need to come up with some crazy new caliber. So I think that would be a really cool gun to add, and I just want to do cowboy shit. So yeah, Battle State, please. What software do I use to create my videos? I record everything with OBS. I record audio for these types of videos using Audacity. I record all my voiceovers using Audacity, but as far as gameplay goes, I still just record gameplay audio with OBS. OBS is probably the best recording software. It's free, it's really easy to use. There's a lot of mods and widgets for it simply because it's a very common recording software, so I do highly recommend it. And as far as editing softwares go, I use Adobe Premiere Pro, and I also use Adobe Photoshop for thumbnails. But I'm going to say it, if you're trying to get into content creation, you do not need Adobe. You do not. It is very expensive if you're just trying to get into this. You can do a lot with a free editing software and just a little bit of extra work. A lot of people have asked about single-player Tarkov, and I haven't addressed it because, I don't know, apparently Battlestate doesn't like it when you do that. I don't know. But essentially, I understand why people would play SPT. I get not wanting to put up with a lot of the jank that comes with online Tarkov, as well as the hackers and the just immense grind that you are faced with. Being able to take things at your own pace would be very, very nice. That being said, I also don't think that it is the ideal way to experience Tarkov's high highs and low lows, but I get why people play it, and I can totally understand it. So yeah, it's a thing that exists, and I don't judge people who play it. I think it's weird that some people do that. Alright, this is a longer question, so I'm gonna have to read directly from the screen real quick. What are you studying? I've heard you mention having assignments and deadlines and such in previous videos. I was just curious what you're working toward. Also, do you think you'll stick with content creation after your degree is said and done, and you get to start on your career path in your field? Alright, I am currently studying aerospace engineering, and I absolutely love it. I've always had a fascination with aircraft, things that fly, things that go into space. All of it is just, it's incredible to me, and that is why I want to work on it. I will say though, studying aerospace engineering, it really does feel like it's kicking my ass harder than Escape from Tarkov does sometimes, so I love it, but man, some of the tests are like, what the hell am I looking at? Other than that, will I continue to make content? It all comes down to time, because I love YouTube. I love YouTube. I love making videos. I love the community I've built. I love Escape from Tarkov, and I love making content on it, but ultimately it isn't my number one priority. That's why you see sometimes videos get pushed back a week, they get delayed more often now. It's because college it's harder to stay on it's harder to make time for all this. So college is my number one priority right now. YouTube, while it's not my highest priority, is still very high up there though. So I will continue to make content as long as possible. I don't think I'll ever stop. You just might see longer periods between videos, but ultimately, I do not plan on stopping making content. I love it. I love my YouTube channel, and I will continue to be working on it for the foreseeable future. Do I like the direction Tarkov is heading in? As much as I hate to say it, the game doing bad things can be good for my channel because I can rant about it, I can complain about it, I can deliver the annoyance in a funny way, and I enjoy doing that. Some of my favorite videos are the rants just because they're kind of fun to do. Just talking into the camera about stupid crap the entire time can be pretty entertaining for me, and people seem to like them. So as far as content creation goes, I don't really care which direction Tarkov goes in so long as I'm able to come up with something entertaining to talk about it. That being said, when it comes to just generally playing Tarkov, I don't think that the more grindy, more annoying, more confusing direction that it is heading in is the best. I think that there's a few problems with it. I think that the massive encouragement of ratting behavior has been a major problem for the game, simply because I think that that is going to push away a lot of people. So on that front, I don't like the direction the game is heading in, but from a content perspective, I don't really care, because either way, I can do something funny with it. All right, I'm gonna rope these two questions together for the sake of time. When did I start playing Tarkov and what got me into it? I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember. I think it was 4 years ago. I started playing when PS ammos were still like completely green in their icon and you could still wear armored rigs over armored vests. I got into Tarkov. I remember my brother coming into my room and showing me a video that had Tarkov animations. It had the gun builder, and I was just so blown away that I had to try this game. And now I can't stop playing it. So, thanks, Josh. I love you, but I hate you. You have doomed me. When is VoiceOver Guy returning? I'm assuming that this is referring to the Tarkov Geographic style videos. I don't know when those will be returning. If I'm being entirely honest, it really feels like I've said everything I wanted to say in that format. So I guess when Battlestate adds content that I feel is deserving of making a video in that style on it, I would do it. Otherwise, it just feels like I'm completely milking it. There were a few times it already started to feel like I was milking that series, but now that I don't really have any ideas that would work in that format, it really is hard to come up with something. So we'll just see. What is your content creation process like from conception to delivery? Really, it's just, do I have an idea or not? And I come up with an idea in my head, play Tarkov with that idea in mind. Let's say it's like trying a new weapon or trying a certain strategy. I play Escape from Tarkov, and I just see how it goes. And if I think I get good footage and I think I can make a good video out of it, then I record as much as I can. Then I write a script around the footage, how did I feel, what happened, what was good, what sucked. Then I decide if that script would better fit a video where I'm talking in front of the blue screen, or if it would be one where I'm simply narrating over the video. Then I edit it and upload it. And there's not a huge process to it. Really just play Tarkov and come up with an idea and then carry through with it. Will I ever do a face reveal? Probably not. I mean, maybe get me to 1 million subs by next week, and I probably will. Originally, I wore the face mask because I wanted a little bit of privacy. The face mask was never a plan at all. I bought this helmet for the when Tarkov doesn't go well bit, and then I figured it would be funnier if I wore a mask and also preserve a little bit of privacy. At this point, it's kind of become not a symbol of my channel, but a part of my internet persona. So I do kind of like the mystery, the imagination behind people not knowing what my face is, and I think I want to preserve that for a little bit. All right, that's all the questions I have gathered. Again, just thank you so much for 100,000 subscribers. That's nothing short of insane to me, and it's an incredible feeling not to see that number get that big. That's part of it, I'm not gonna lie. But it's also incredible to know that there are that many people who watched my content, who enjoyed it enough that they're like, this guy's all right. I want to see what else he puts out there. It's very nice when you produce something, and I'm not going to say it gets people's approval, but people like it enough to want to come back to see what you do in the future. So it's a very rewarding feeling. It's also incredibly humbling, and I don't have words to convey this properly. So I'm just going to say thank you. Genuinely. Thank you.